Hey man, I know y'all got a lot going on. Life gets busy real fast. Sometimes you just gotta lay low and chill. Sometimes you just gotta stop. You know what? Sometimes you gotta keep it low key.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Low Key Podcast, ASMR. Today's fact of the day: over 2,500 left-handed people are killed each year from using products made for right-handed people. Wow. Welcome back, everybody. ASMR. Okay.
Oh my God.
Welcome everybody to episode, what is this, number 5? Episode number 5.
Stop talking
okay,
like
we
that.
did that because Fick did not want us to do that, so we did it.
Oh my goodness, that was terrible.
We've got a great show for you today. We're not going to do ASMR anymore.
Oh, please no.
Cameron over here just found out what ASMR videos are. If you don't know what they are, do not look it up.
Yeah, don't look
It's
it up,
weird.
please, for your own good.
Basically, it's just people talking like that and making sounds at a microphone.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's basically it. So, you heard our fact of the day. Today is Sunday, February 23rd. February 3rd.
Yeah.
And
Super
it
Bowl.
is Super Bowl Sunday.
Sunday.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about 11 o'clock. We all did not boycott the Super Bowl. We watched Super Bowl.
Most of it.
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's very boring.
Vic, as a Saints fan, was it worth watching the Super Bowl, you think? Were you ever going to boycott it in the first place? No, okay.
I mean, I do enjoy a good Super Bowl commercial. I thought they were very good this year.
There's
some really good ones, obviously. Not all good ones. Some of them were kind of annoying.
Did you watch the Audi commercial where the guy's like in the car and he's like choking on the cashew?
Yes. I
There
like
was
that
an
one.
ASMR Super Bowl commercial, which is why
That's
we got that idea.
That's what it came up. It was a Budweiser or something, and
I think Guinness or
something like that.
Yeah,
And
something
she had
weird.
2 microphones, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, no, they are
It
not.
made me so uncomfortable, like you probably felt.
Yeah.
So
That
do
would
they
be
always have 2 mics though? Is that the
That's a normal thing.
It might be normal.
I haven't seen many.
I haven't seen many. The one girl with the honeycomb and whatever, she only has one. But what I just looked up, everyone had
thing?
2
Well,
mics.
she seems like she knows what she's doing. So
Yeah, true.
mics, yeah.
Well, it's weird though, but there were a lot of good commercials this year. I like the Super Bowl one or the 100 players.
The NFL commercial.
Yeah, NFL 100. I think that was probably the most intense part
I
of
did like that.
the Super Bowl game and the commercials. I like that part the
Yeah,
most.
not much from the game. There's nothing very entertaining about the
I think
game.
there was one drive that
Defensive
just kinda was
heavy
good.
game. LA had one good drive where I was like, whoa, this is.
The first 8 possessions were all punts.
Yeah, that was.
What about
the
Rams?
Super Bowl record longest punt? Ooh.
How far was it?
Was it
Yeah,
really?
65 yards.
Jeez.
Wow.
Previous was 62. So
That's a
kudos to
accomplishment.
the Rams kicker. He
It's
got a
very-
hold of that one.
Bomb.
Yeah, but it was a boring game.
It was.
It was not the game I was expecting. Honestly, I was honestly
thought it was
not
gonna be
expecting
like
a
a-
shootout at all. But I was expecting.
The Rams would score a little bit.
I was expecting. I feel like they
I
had a
thought the
couple.
ball was going to get aired out a lot more than it was. There was like
The Rams at the
it was just
beginning
running
were very,
inches.
very cautious.
It was a game of inches, and it was
Very cautious because they would do 2 running plays back to back, 1 pass play that never had. I mean, the Patriots. Credit to the Patriots. Their cornerbacks played a really good game, but the LA Rams until the late second quarter, didn't make any pushes or different plays out of the playbook. Like when
Didn't really throw it over the top very much.
and I think Bill Belichick knew just about every play that they were about to run. I feel like
He's got to be one of the smartest coaches.
but
Yep.
all credits to him.
Tom Brady, number 6.
Number 6. Gronkowski, number
G-O-A-T.
3.
Do you guys think Tom Brady is the
GOAT?
Yeah.
Yes, I do think he's the
I
greatest
think it's hard to
quarterback.
argue that he's not.
Yeah.
I think there is an argument that he's not because I think his
the offense
defense.
just works so good, good for him.
I think a lot of it is Belichick and the system,
yeah.
and he's had great defenses, but you got to be a pretty dang
Yeah,
good
yeah,
quarterback
I mean,
to to play in 9 Super Bowls and to win 6 of them.
Oh,
I would say talent wise, he's like obviously better than average, but like he's not the GOAT like athletically or anything like that. I think
He's not going to carry the offense.
Yeah, I think his football IQ is what separates him. Like he knows when, like if it's a play.
I feel like it's a
yeah.
combo.
Yeah.
Bill
Oh,
Belichick plus Tom Brady.
That's the greatest coach-player combination of all time.
Absolutely. They know
I
what they're
think
doing.
that's
And
Play off
Brady
each
had
other.
some protection tonight.
they didn't blitz him at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
With Donald, I mean, you got
Aaron
double
Donald
team
blew up some
run
blocks, but Tom Brady got it out quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was releasing the ball fast, but
yeah.
boring game. But it was a defensive game.
I don't think
Yeah.
the Saints fans, whoever didn't watch it, boycotted it, didn't miss a whole lot.
I think it was funny though that like all of New Orleans was like partying the whole game in
honestly,
the streets.
I'm just ready for Saints fans to stop the tweeting.
Yeah, we will
May
go
never stop.
on.
May never stop.
Yeah.
But hey, it's baseball season now.
There
I'm ready,
it
I'm ready
is.
for some Major League Baseball. Ready for
Oh,
some
yeah.
college baseball.
I'm ready for all of it.
All right, let's get a prediction of the World Series just right now, real quick, off the top of your head.
Oh, MLB.
Yeah.
Daggone.
Yankees. I'm gonna say Yankees Braves in the World Series.
Ooh, I was gonna say Braves somebody, so I'm gonna say Braves.
I think the Braves are gonna have a great year. Got to add 1 or 2 more pitchers, I think.
Yeah, they need more pitchers. They don't have the depth of a really team that can make it really far. Okay, I'm gonna say Braves. Yankees is a good team to pick them against.
Astros, Red Sox.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Astros. Astros are really good.
I saw some people have the Astros. What do you say?
I'm a fool also not to pick the Red Sox, but I'm gonna say Astros. So Braves, Astros.
Let's see. I mean, I don't really know. I don't keep up with like baseball in the off season at all, and so I'm just gonna go with my home team, the Cubs, just for giggles.
Okay.
Cubs and who in the World Series?
Can they play against? I don't know. I guess I don't even know. I couldn't.
Who's
tell
in
you.
the opposite?
We'll say
Yeah,
Cubs, Yankees.
Yankees. Yeah, we'll say that.
Okay.
Wait, are they?
They're-
Cubs are
those-
NL, Yankees are AL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
All
that.
right, we won't talk too much about that, but a little sneak peek. We are going to have a bonus baseball episode. We're going to be previewing mainly Southern Miss, but we're going to be previewing all 3 Division I
Universities.
baseball teams in college baseball. State, Ole Miss, and Southern all going to be playing each other this year. All should have good clubs this year. So
Are
that
they all in the top 25 right now? Preseason polls?
in some
Some
polls.
of
Some
them.
polls? Okay. So,
It
yeah.
differs a little bit, but 3 really good squads. We are super excited about that. We're gonna try to have a Southern Miss player on, and we're gonna have maybe not a player, but
Maybe
a
a couple
person who can
fans.
speak,
Yeah.
who know Ole Miss and state baseball well. We're gonna have them on, and that should be very interesting. So we're excited about that.
Oh yeah.
So stay tuned. Be ready for that. We're going to move on to a new segment, which we kind of did this with Brent Wilson, but we decided to make it into a segment. It's called On the Spot, and we put one of the co-hosts on the spot or a guest, and we just ask rapid-fire questions, whatever comes to mind, and we will see what happens. We're fairly unprepared for this.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna ask,
We
but
might,
we're about to find
might
out.
end up cutting this out,
And,
but
I drew the short straw here, so
Yes.
I have no idea what I'm going to answer. So.
Cameron is on the spot. Let's see, how much time should we put on the clock? We're going to do...
Let's do like
3
1:45.
minutes.
3 minutes.
Oh,
time.
never mind. All right, let's do 2
That's a
minutes.
lot
2
of
minutes. 2
questions.
minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We'll do 2 minutes.
Okay.
If we have to cut
Let's-
it early, we'll see how it goes.
Let's do 60 seconds.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
For rapid
Is that
fire,
okay?
I feel like you can get a lot of questions off in
okay.
6 seconds.
Okay.
If it rolls over, then just keep going. But
Okay, that'll be a general guideline. All right. Cameron is on the spot right now.
all right.
Cameron, are you a racist?
I'm not.
Can you prove that you're not a racist?
I can. Next question.
Oh my goodness, Cameron, what's your favorite color?
Blue. Next question.
Favorite food?
Lasagna.
Favorite sport?
Soccer.
Least favorite sport?
Badminton.
Least favorite color?
Pink.
You're terrible. What's your least favorite state?
Idaho.
What's your biggest fear?
Frogs.
Do you like potatoes?
I love potatoes.
If you could be any animal for a day, what would it be?
Sea lion.
My favorite movie? You've already answered that on this podcast.
Miracle.
Oh, okay.
What do you hate the most about me?
Oh God.
Oh, I don't think too far into it.
I don't know.
Come on.
Facial structure next.
Facts.
A lot of people say that.
Come on.
What's your least favorite thing about yourself?
Facts.
Earlobes? Go.
Dang, that's mine too.
Oh, darn.
there's the
Saved by the
timer.
bell.
Nice.
Good.
Oh boy.
That was close. That's what I wake up to, so we can stop that. I hate because everything you set an alarm for, that noise now is just like my worst enemy.
I know.
My alarm
I get
is
a little-
it's a Bob Marley song. Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah.
Don't
goodness.
worry.
I feel like I
Thanks
would
for
want to
the
listen to that
words.
song sometimes, but
No,
if you
it's
ever,
completely ruined the song. for me.
Exactly.
Every time I hear it, I'm like,
if
no.
any time you hear that, you're like, yep, this is.
This,
There's
that's where I
there's
die.
a psychological study that when you whatever sound wakes you up when you hear that when you're awake, it triggers like a similar
Like an
response that
anger or something?
PTSD kind
Yeah.
of type of reaction.
I don't doubt it.
It legitimately ruins anything.
Oh yeah,
that
I've heard
I
it on
really
the
don't
radio.
doubt.
Sometimes it's miserable. It's just like,
I had it was like a Macklemore song, and I didn't like it in the first place, so it was okay that it was ruined. But it was a popular song, and
I just thought-
whenever I heard it, I
See,
just
when
cringed.
I didn't think about it in that aspect when I first chose it, but
Yeah.
I bought it, so I felt obligated to keep it.
Oh yeah.
And started listening to it. I was like, this song, it's very relaxing. I feel like I can wake up every morning to it. After like the third morning, I'm like, jeez, wrong choice. But, all right, next song.
Oh, okay.
So
that was good. We'll try to be. I mean, I thought that was good. I thought we'll try to be a little bit more prepared
Oh, that was fun.
on the spot next time.
that was good. Some good questions.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So-
my answers.
So
are
we learned a
response.
lot about Cameron right there. We have another segment, another new segment. We're just pulling all the segments out of the bag today. It's called Story Time, and I've got a story to tell.
Please,
Want to
Ben.
hear it?
I would love to hear your story.
why not?
So a
Can
lot
you do it
of
in, can you do it in
No.
AS?
No, stop. AS.
story
A-
time.
Oh, gosh. We're done.
So when Uber, the Uber
Yeah.
taxi service came out, a lot of older generation people, we grew up being told not to get in
Strangers.
Strangers'
Yeah.
cars.
Don't accept candy
I
from
have puppies.
strangers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Puppies in my cars. Let's go
This
look at
is the antithesis of what we were told as kids.
Pause that. What word did you just say?
Antithesis,
What does that
the
mean?
opposite.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, I know
What
a new
it's
word
something
now.
every day.
Do you use that in everyday?
I mean, that's a
Vernacular.
regular word.
Just say opposite.
Uh-uh.
Just say opposite.
What's the word?
Antithesis.
Antithesis. If you're listening now and you use the word antithesis,
Give us a like and follow.
please, give us a like and follow. We're not gonna get any likes from that.
Oh, boy.
All right, keep going.
Okay.
Frick, that was crazy.
So, Uber is the opposite
Thank you.
of what our parents were told us,
Dumb
and
it
it's
down.
because you get in a stranger car, you don't know who you're getting in the car with. They could
uh-huh.
do anything to you. They could kidnap you.
They could take you anywhere.
Yes, exactly. And there was a lot of research done, a lot of preliminary studies and stuff like that before Uber came out. They said it was safe. Nothing's ever happened. Nothing's ever gone wrong. They do pretty heavy background checks
Yeah.
on the people that do end up driving for Uber. But I'm going to tell you all the story of the Uber killer.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's
This is a very interesting story. It's a little weird. So this is in 2016. This is a GQ article, so we know it's accurate. This is the first paragraph. On the Saturday evening in February 2016, a 45-year-old Uber driver and father of two named Jason Dalton got into his car, left his home near Kalamazoo, Michigan, and began shooting people. But the strangest, most unfathomable thing about that night, that Dalton killed and killed again, is what he did in between. So,
Can I guess?
this is gonna be kind of
Can I
dark.
guess real quick?
Sure,
Did he Uber people
he did.
in between?
He
All
did
right,
Uber.
all right.
Okay, so Jason Dalton began this particular Saturday, February 20th, 2016. Nothing unusual. He had a wife of 20 years, two kids, 15 and 10 years old. His neighbors liked him, very friendly guy. Nothing unusual, had a regular job. He started driving for Uber after, I want to say he was
he was demoted or something at work, and he was trying to get extra money to bring his family to Disney World. Okay. So a pretty regular thing to do.
Clutch.
Yeah, exactly. Disney World, expensive.
Yes.
But got to drive for Uber to make a little money. It looked like any other ordinary day in the life of an ordinary man in an ordinary part of America. Except on this day, for reasons that Jason Dalton would later struggle to explain, Kalamazoo would be terrorized by a man driving around town and shooting people, apparently at random. The person doing this turned out to be an Uber driver named Jason. What?
Sorry, I sneezed.
Okay. Alright, let me skip down here.
Thank you.
Okay. When Dalton went out that afternoon to pick up Uber fares in his Chevy Equinox, again, regular car, he also brought along his family dog. His first fare of the day, a female college student, refused to get in the car because of the dog. But the local man he had just picked up just after 4 p.m. was fine with it. So...
He killed her.
So he went back to his house to drop the dog off, and they later found out that when he stopped at his house, he picked up his semi-automatic rifle and a handgun, and so...
Going back to pick up the girl?
No, so I guess he canceled that trip,
Okay,
and then he was like, alright, if people don't like this, I'm going to go bring the dog home, and got his guns. Yeah. Okay, so then he, let's see, he got a new trip to pick up a guy named Matt, picked the guy up, and then all of a sudden his behavior became unhinged. He sped into an oncoming traffic lane, blew through a stop sign, and violently sideswiped another car. But as he did so, he reacted as though nothing had happened. Dude, you hit that car, said the passenger. You hit that car. Yeah, Matt Mellon. M-E-L-L-E-N. Jason said, I didn't hit anything, with an eerie calm, and he accelerated onward.
Okay.
And Matt says, BS.
I call BS.
BS, man.
I saw it with my own two eyes. That did
Yeah,
just
I
happen.
call BS on that. You hit that car.
And then Matt
not
says
funny.
Yes, this is a very serious story. He then pleaded for him to stop the vehicle so he would get out, but Jason did not stop. He would not stop. He shot through some more lights and reportedly swerved onto the wrong side of the road. In the back, Dalton showed no outward signs that anything unusual was happening. So, pretty creepy.
Wait, who's Dolphin?
Jason Dalton is the driver,
Oh,
the guy that's going
gotcha.
crazy.
Gotcha.
Okay, so halfway down a quiet stretch of the road, Dalton slammed on the brakes and asked again where Matt Mellon's friend lived. Matt took advantage of this moment to leap out, and later he said, "The worst ride I've ever had in my life, that's for sure," which is that's pretty easy to say. Okay, so that trip ends. He lets Matt out, or Matt jumps out. Jason drives off, and then a girl named Casey Black was having a cigarette with her husband outside their house, enjoying the fine weather, when amid the loud screeching of Dalton's braking and acceleration, they saw Matt Mellon tumble out of Jason Dalton's car. And then Matt told them what happened. They all freaked out, called 911, obviously, and then they started posting on Facebook warning about an Uber driver named Jason who was going crazy. Let's see. Okay. This is a really long article. So let's get
You're
through it.
telling me. Goodness.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me start trying to sew it up. So after he drops Matt off, he drives around, picks up another passenger, and doesn't do anything, just takes him to their location, drops him off. Regular.
Oh,
Yeah.
average day.
And then
cool.
he drives about 2 blocks, sees a lady in her yard, rolls down the window, and takes out his semi-automatic
Yeah.
gun and shoots her.
Okay.
ends up killing her. And then he drives off. Let's see. And then he drove by a car dealership where a father and a son were looking at a car on the outside of the parking lot. He pulled over, got out of the car, and shot them both dead.
No.
Got back in his Uber. At this point, it's all over the news.
Yeah.
Uber driver named Jason, or at least it's on Facebook
Right.
and stuff. People
Probably
are calling each
helicopters.
other, "Hey, look out for this guy." Drives into I want to say it was like a Cracker Barrel or some kind of restaurant, and there's these 4 old ladies and a young girl.
It
they're
drives
all
into
together.
the side of the building, just like wham.
No. And they all just like had lunch together. And they're like walking to their car, and he almost hit one of them, and they yelled at him. And then he pulls into the parking space next to him, gets out of the car, and shoots all of them.
Wow.
Gets back in his car, and at this point it's like later in the night, and so he accepts a trip to for a girl who's like outside a bar or something.
Yeah.
And so comes up on her phone, Jason has accepted your ride. Pretty creepy that his name is Jason too.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
just like the Halloween.
And then about 2 minutes before Jason arrived to pick her up, her mom called her and told her to look out for a guy that was going around killing people named Jason.
Oh no.
She canceled the trip, obviously.
But he knew where her location. Did he know where?
Yeah.
She immediately canceled the trip, and so I guess he knew where she was, but he just kept driving.
Okay.
Okay, so long story short, he kills a bunch of people. Some people barely escape it by finding out who he was. After he was arrested and everything, he says that the devil was telling him to do it, and that his Uber app would turn red, and the logo would change to like a goat,
Really? Like
like
Tom
Tom Brady.
Just a picture of Tom Brady. Tom Brady
Like
tells
a-
him just.
Yeah, like a black goat, and it was all red. And he says, whenever I saw that, it would tell me to do bad things, and so I'd kill
No
people.
way.
That's a true story.
Do you think this is like a
This
new Uber? Like
This is like
So does
recent
Uber
stuff
have
too.
to-
2016,
No,
So-
man,
2.5 years ago.
yeah.
that's pretty wild.
I know, isn't it? And
Yeah.
the thing is,
Did-
You think Uber fixed the glitch?
Oh my
God, that wasn't just a glitch. Doesn't sound like it was just a glitch.
No.
Sounds like he was not right in his mind.
Probably
mentally
dealing with
not
something.
there.
Mentally
Yeah.
unstable.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so if you want to read more about that, just Google the Uber killer, Jason Dalton.
Wow.
Some pretty crazy stuff. There's a lot of really weird details that obviously I didn't have time to read. So we're gonna kind of try to lighten it up a little bit, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go into another segment of
Explanation. Yay, explanation.
So when we did this last time, people seemed to enjoy it. Some didn't, but we ignored those people. So
Of course.
this is the segment where we choose a word for each other that we have never heard before, not off air or on air, and we have to explain it as if we are an expert on whatever this word means. So, Vic, do you have your word? Vic's scrambling right now.
So how would
Okay,
should
yeah,
we
I've
reverse
got it.
order?
Yeah, let's-
last time?
Let's reverse it.
Okay, so
So you can get ready if you're not ready.
okay, me.
No, I'm gonna ask Cameron first.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So find a word if you haven't found a word. Okay, all right. So, Cameron, your word is, oh boy, see if I can say this. Floxinocin hipilification. Floxinocin hipilification is your word.
Oh
Can you spell
my
it?
goodness.
FLOXCINAUCINILIPILIFICATION.
Alright, so floxinolfen purification. Alright, this
You actually
is.
said that pretty well.
Wow,
Was that right?
that was really impressive.
Okay, well, yeah,
Yeah, so tell me what it is. You're the
Yeah,
expert.
I hope you didn't look this one up.
You're the expert.
yeah,
So you
so-
tell us what it means.
back in my years at the university,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
For college days.
when I went to Oxford and
Oxford, England.
Oxford, England, yeah, I actually studied. I already forgot the word, but Hoxenophilin, the filification.
Sure.
This is what that is such a long word. All right, but anyway, this is a form of a audio equipment used.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what it is, it picks up the voices that people are saying.
Like, give me an example. Like,
Got it.
Kind of like a speaker.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
a microphone.
I hardly know her.
Almost like
Excuse me.
yeah. Almost like a microphone.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just like a fancy word, and so yeah, it's usually a lot
It's
of
a
times used
microphone.
for no.
That whole thing.
Microphone. Next question. A lot of music and yeah, but y'all give it a look.
So
and
what
Vic,
would the need, the audio need for it be? Like if I'm like, hey,
Like,
you know what?
okay, so-
we
so if
need
someone-
a Flox Nozzle Hifilification.
yeah. You usually used for cello players. It
So
picks
it's more
up.
of a string, like a
Yeah,
subtle.
yeah. Well, not all strings, just mainly cello. And so it really just picks up the bass of the chords really well and amplifies it to the audience very well. So
Got it.
okay.
Got it. Sweet.
yeah. So Vic, your word.
Okay.
What we got here is rasher.
Oh, rasher.
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 Okay.
Rasher.
Rasher. Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely someone who has got a really bad itch, aka a really good rash. So I'm just gonna say you've been wiping a lot, you just get a rash down there, and that is what a rasher is.
Okay.
It can be an adjective. He's a rasher fellow. Like we
Like a
said.
nibbling,
Okay.
a little nibbling fellow.
He's a nibbling
It's a
fellow.
nibbling rasher.
He's quite a rasher fellow, but
Okay.
yeah, it's an
Okay.
adjective. It can be a noun as well. Like, I got a bad rasher, if you know what I mean.
Dude, I got
Yeah.
the sickest rasher.
The gnarliest,
Yeah,
gnarliest
exactly,
rasher you
exactly,
can
and that's
ever
from just.
Do they have so what kind of ointments are they putting on?
You could
putting
use
on business?
Boudreaux's.
Okay.
I prefer Boudreaux's. I don't really know any other ointments.
So you are a rasher. Are you a rasher?
I have rashed before.
So you've
yes.
been a rasher in previous.
Is that like a
You-
hard?
It's
Is it like a severe
so
rash? or
rash is the past term is rushed. Yes, so I have rushed before. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good explanation.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, what's
yeah.
my word?
Okay, I've been trying to pronounce this bad. It's not even hard to pronounce. Okay, tergiversate. Tergiversate.
Oh, tergiversate?
Yeah.
Oh, tergiversate.
Tergiversate.
Oh,
Alright,
tergiversate.
Tergiversate.
Okay, so this is-
Tergiversate. Tergiversate.
Tergiversate. Okay, so this is. I'm going to try not to be graphic here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. PG.
So-
PG. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it PG, but when you are going to the bathroom,
Okay.
I don't want.
using
Sorry. Excuse
using
me.
number 2, going number 2.
Okay.
Everybody does it. That's,
I got a rasher from it. Don't
Trying
worry.
to paint a
Yeah.
picture
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Trying to mentally.
Yeah, okay, so-
okay.
This happens when it is a very, let's say, intense experience. So when it's an overly strained bathroom experience, we'll say,
Okay.
a person it can trigger a tergiversation.
Mm-hmm.
So you will tergiversate.
Yes.
Let me see the word.
Yeah. You'll tergiversate.
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 Pretty
Just-
violently.
Correct. Violently.
And it's almost a seizure,
Okay.
but it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
And it's directly.
It's not funny, Cameron.
I know,
Yeah, this is
it's
very,
a very common.
but it's directly connected to an intense
Okay.
bathroom experience.
Okay.
So is there any like? What do you do in that case? Do
You
start
gotta get
to-
some
to
Boudreaux's.
just-
You need
What?
Boudreaux's.
because it usually ends in a
Some
rash.
rash
area.
Well, it's a lot like seizures, like I said. You have to
the pot.
take some medication for it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can completely get over it.
Now, they
But some
say-
people tergiversate fairly often.
Now
Mm-hmm.
they do say, if I correct me if I'm wrong, if you start to tergiversate,
Thank
you
you.
don't want to hold the person down.
No,
Let 'em go.
You're supposed to
You
put
just-
them on their side so they
You know,
Yeah.
you get the picture.
Just to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Tergiversate. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cameron, all right. We're going to tell each other what
Those words meant.
those words mean. All right. Flux and also hypothetication
Yeah.
is the action or habit of estimating something as worthless.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I totally thought you said something different.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
A word generally only quoted as a curiosity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you definitely gave me a different word.
What about your
Vince,
word?
You
Exact
have
word I read.
Rasher.
rasher, and this
Okay.
is thinly sliced bacon.
Oh, okay.
Really?
So, yeah,
Really?
I don't know.
I must
why.
have something different then, because
So-
I've got.
It might look
Never
like
mind.
thinly sliced
No,
bacon.
yeah, I saw that. It's
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
Okay, all right, let's move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
tergiversate. To change repeatedly one's attitude or opinions with respect to a cause or a subject.
Oh, I
Okay,
know some people who tend to tergiversate in that way and in my way.
Okay, yeah, facts. Of course.
Okay, all right. That wraps up another edition of
Explanation.
Oh, all right, so we're
We'll
gonna
get better
wrap it up
words
real
next
quick,
time.
but real fast. It's 2019. A lot of new movies coming out,
Oh yeah.
and some big ones that we're really excited about. Just ignore that. The intro music is playing. I'm gonna cut that out. So we are. There's some that we're particularly excited about. Cameron, what movie are you excited about the most?
So what? I feel like I need to go in. You ready?
Oh yeah.
And
There he is.
so what I'm looking forward to is Happy Death Day 2. Really hated the first one, but I'm looking.
Really good movie choice, Cameron.
Really hated the first one, so I'm just hoping the second one's gonna be better. There.
Did you
but-
really see the first one?
Yeah, you
I
did.
didn't.
I'm pretty sure we all watched it.
I definitely didn't.
No.
watch that.
Wait, Happy Death Day, is that
One with
it's her birth? Wait, it's her birthday and she
yeah,
relives the same thing and she gets stabbed.
Single time.
Yeah,
It's
I never
like
saw
down,
it.
Like the
I never saw
I
it.
saw there's a Tom Cruise movie. It's called The Edge of Tomorrow. Did y'all
Yeah,
see that?
yeah. I
Where
like
the
that
same
movie.
thing keeps happening over
With
and over again.
what's her name?
That's a very like reoccurring plot.
She's really pretty though.
It's John
They-
Krasinski's wife.
Yeah, John Krasinski. She's in the
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
Correct.
But it's
No,
in
not in
Emily
Happy
Blunt.
Death Day.
Emily Blunt.
In Happy
Exclamation.
Death Day.
No, it's a similar plot where things keep happening.
okay, chill,
Just
Cameron's so
calm
confused.
down.
Anyway, but really don't know much about Happy Death Day 2, but I assume someone's living the same death again and again.
Twice.
I was gonna say the Tom Cruise movie. I almost got like nauseated because the same thing kept happening. And it was just
That's
so
like get up,
you
you
maggot.
That's like the Bandersnatch
Just
movie.
get up, you maggot, or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like Bandersnatch. Yeah.
Hated that
Man,
one.
I never. I see.
I
Still have never
hated
seen
it.
Bandersnatch.
Passion.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. All right, Fick. What movie are you excited about?
I'm excited about the new Spider-Man.
I don't even know what it's called. Speaking of it,
Far From Home.
Far From Home,
Something like
Spider-Man. I will say
Now this is is this the Avengers Spider-Man or they like a cartoon
this is the Avenger Spider-Man.
or like a Tobey
and
Maguire?
No, it's the Avenger Spider-Man, and I think it's weird because
In the most recent Avengers, Spider-Man phased away, or he had the Mr. Stark. I don't feel so
Yeah.
good, and that was
dies.
he dies. Oh,
No,
he just disappears.
Ashes, just
Yeah, and so we don't know what's going on. But that was a year ago, and was it a year ago? Wow, that was a while ago. And now we have another. Before the next Avengers is out, we've got a trailer, and Spider-Man's chilling.
He's chilling.
Cool.
So
He's on the bus. He's
alive.
going to school.
Yeah, so he's alive. Yeah, he's
Well, let's say it comes out if he survives.
yeah. And then if he doesn't survive, they're just gonna
Do away with it.
yeah
They
trash
just
that.
yeah.
Spider-Man's
Yeah.
been canceled.
But I think it's gonna be good. I always like the
Dude,
Spider-Mans. I
let
always
me ask you this: Is who's your favorite Spider-Man
Oh,
actor?
I was gonna ask that.
You got Tobey Maguire,
yeah.
Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland.
Who's the newest one?
Tom Holland.
He's a good one.
Tom Holland's really good.
There's been some heated debates over that.
I know that.
I've always been a Toby.
No, you haven't.
No. The first one.
No,
Tobey
you haven't.
Maguire?
No, you have not.
Is that his name?
I like him in the first Spider-Man.
The original, just the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
No, not Spider-Man
Or the
1.
Amazing. So there's Spider-Man.
I know.
Amazing
I know,
Spider-Man,
I know,
then,
I
like,
know,
Spider-Man
I know.
Homecoming.
I think Garfield was really good.
I didn't like Garfield.
I like Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's
Okay,
the best
okay.
one, I think.
He's the best one. I like the original one just because it was like the first time it ever happened and it was so cool and
He's so bad. He's terrible.
Sorry, let him have his opinion.
Let me
I'm
have
sorry,
this,
you're right,
Miss
you're right,
Happy
you're right.
Death Day 2. Gosh. Okay, but
Keep going.
Teach their own.
I think
Okay, you're definitely wrong though.
Yeah.
yeah. With that being said,
Okay, we're gonna move on.
yeah. Gosh, all right, I'll see
No,
y'all
finish
later.
your thought. Finish your thought. Tobey Maguire's the first one to do it. You kind of grew up.
That's
on-
why it has the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Like, okay, never mind. That's a whole other story. I was about to talk about
Such a-
Star Wars.
But you also recognize that.
Yeah,
Tom
Tom Holland's
is-
so good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, because all these movies are bangers that he's in. All the new Avengers are so good, and he gets to be in them. Which Toby Barker. Speaking of Toby Barker, if you're listening to this,
Yeah, you're right. He's very-
but he never got to be in any of these, in any like big motion picture besides Spider-Man.
They were big budget movies, but they just weren't very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that.
He's
But
a very bland.
I think
actor.
also Spider-Man is written to be this younger kid, and Tom Holland
like
fits
still
that.
like immature, fighting with like
Right.
like the immaturities.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I
Alright.
I think we're kind of on the same page there.
Ben, what you got?
The movie I'm looking forward to in 2019. There are a bunch of them, but I think I'm a big Dark Knight trilogy fan, and obviously a big fan of the Heath Ledger Joker role. One of the greatest acting. I can't think of the word. Acting
you can do it. I believe in you.
acting jobs.
I will support
Wow,
you
I couldn't think of
Hyperformification.
no. One of the greatest acting jobs of all time, playing the role of Joker. They're coming out with a new Joker movie. Joaquin Phoenix is playing it, and I like him a lot. And there are going to be some really good actors in it. The trailer's really cool. I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm just really excited. I
When does it come out?
want to say October,
Alright.
maybe earlier than that. Maybe it might be a summer movie.
This is not planned, but we just got word from Josh Hodges that they are trying. YouTube is trying to make this most recent halftime performance on YouTube, the video that is posted from the NFL. They're trying to make it the most disliked video
YouTube
on
is?
YouTube right now. No.
Oh,
Just
people
people
on YouTube.
are.
Okay.
It's got 83,000 dislikes.
Oh my
What,
God.
what's
got-
the record?
I don't know, but it's got 15,000 likes and 83,000
But so
dislikes
it's just the video of the
of the
whole
Maroon
halftime.
5 full Super Bowl.
I thought it was pretty good.
I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
It was kind of strange. like, the
Apparently,
body
I'm
motions.
terrible with judging those kind of things because I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
obviously,
his dancing was a little
the
weird.
dancing's a little weird. Obviously, it wasn't any Katy Perry like huge. He's riding on this huge like dinosaur type thing, but like it was a
Good concert.
halftime performance. Astro World was a little iffy. It was a little weird, but when Big Boy showed up, I love that song. I like the way. I love that song. I liked just about every Maroon 5 song he sang.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll say this. I have liked halftime performances. I've disliked them, and I've seen people that disagreed. I think they have a habit of having people do it that it's like a very specific music taste. And I think Maroon 5 is probably, it's very pop-ish, you know.
Well, I think the
A
biggest
lot of
thing is
people
it's
don't.
probably. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say it's the Saints.
easy.
I think it rolls into the Saints thing. People like I really do think people are thinking like, people boycotting the NFL. Let's go ahead and dislike that.
I just disliked the video.
People really, who did it last year?
I don't know.
Oh,
Was it Justin
JT.
Timberlake?
JT.
A lot of people like that, but a lot of people didn't like it. And I think in the age of social media, there are going to be people who
Yeah,
are
there's
able
some
to voice
critics,
their, dislike of something. So
And right now it's popular for like, we had like just like the most likes on an egg picture. So,
Dude, that's so good.
yeah,
that
shout
was
out,
good,
Ed.
but-
Shout out to the egg.
but I mean,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
kind of like a fad right now.
And
like,
shout out to
most
like you said it
likes,
was an
most
egg, not
dislikes.
an egg.
It's an egg.
Egg.
It's
AYG.
not an
Look,
egg.
you have an egg, a leg,
Oh my goodness.
milk,
Milk.
What?
Or is it
Milk?
milk.
How many likes is that?
Okay,
picture
we're at
to?
40 minutes. We're gonna cut it off.
52 million likes.
Oh my gosh, that's the most liked picture on Instagram ever, isn't it?
52. Oh yeah. The recent one was Kylie Jenner at 18 million likes.
Blew
This
it out
has
of the water.
52 million.
Wow.
Holy moly. All right.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
All right. Well, episode 5. We had a lot to talk about. This is our longest episode yet.
Yeah.
Cameron's still doing ASMR into the mic over there, so we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, that's about when it's time.
Subscribe, follow us, shoot us a message on Twitter or Facebook. Actually,
Stop.
Okay, I forgot to do this. I'm gonna read a review really quickly. We're gonna wrap up right here. I'm gonna try to get it under 2 hours before we keep, because I feel like we can talk all night.
Stop.
All right, let me pull it up real quick.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So last time, who won it last? Oh, it was not Austin 14.
We're still looking for him.
Yeah, we can't find who it was.
Well, he's not Austin. That's where we know.
Okay, this one is from Cameron JB 23.
Stop. Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. I'm not gonna read that one.
Okay, I was about to say.
That's
That was
fake.
a pretty good review.
Okay.
Hurry.
Oh, this one I actually haven't seen. This is alright. The title is Indescribable. The great coach Herb Brooks once said, "Great moments are defined by great opportunities," and that is what I consider this podcast, a great opportunity. This podcast gives me the opportunity to create great moments in my life. As I sit in my cubicle 9 to 5ing the week away, the Low Key Podcast gives me the great start to my day to handle anything life throws at me. I could watch all 3 of these guys convert oxygen to carbon dioxide and laugh. Wow. Can't wait to hear even more life-changing material.
Well,
Ooh, wait,
Oh
hold
my
up. And we get a 3-star review right here. And it says, know your facts. And then it says, I think someone needs to apologize for mixing up Ray Rice
with
and
Jerry Rice. I know who that was.
Ask better questions.
I know who that was.
let's get him on the show.
Goodness gracious. Okay, we got
Someone
ripped.
talked to me about that
Got ripped.
today.
Really?
Yeah, when I was at Pike Ave, they said, "You don't know the difference between." I was like, "Yes, I do." I
Who
was
was
choking. It was Chase.
Okay.
Mascara?
No,
Pennington.
Pennington. Yes, he was actually mad at me. I was like, "Hi, chill." I know. He's like, "He grew up from Mississippi." I was like, "Hi, chill."
Yeah, Ray Rice from
Okay,
Mississippi.
so we obviously
God.
angered some people, but we also made some people happy.
Yeah,
So we got the best of both worlds.
yeah,
We're
best-
gonna give the happy one the $10 gift card.
Yep. Thanks for commenting.
Yep. Shout out. So follow, subscribe, leave a review, contact us on social media, or email us if you want to do that. The lowkeypodcast@gmail.com. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, stay tuned for our bonus episode
Yes.
with the baseball
Oh, yeah,
team,
yeah, yeah.
and
Yep.
we will
That'll
see
be
you
out
guys
soon.
next week.
Yeah. I think that's peace out.
Peace out.
Peace
Happy
out, Girl
Super Bowl
Scout.
Sunday. Yeah. Go Pats. Just kidding.